Anthony's going to see this clip, but when did you discover Anthony and know he would be the perfect fit for you, with you?
Well, look, I had a very successful show on Long Island by myself. I was doing nights at WBAB, and the OJ trial was everything. And I had a whole cast of characters coming in every single night.
What year? What year was this?
95-ish, somewhere around there. And and then we were doing a lot of material on the OJ thing, and I had started asking for song parodies. And Anthony's band, Rot Gut, gave me a song. It was his brother Joe, actually. Knocked on the back door, said, "Hey man, I hear you looking for songs for the OJ thing. Here, this is my band, Rock Gun." I'm like, "All right, thanks." I was getting cassettes from everybody, all the bands all over Long Island, and so I didn't think anything of it, to be honest with you. I was just like, "Oh, another band giving me a cassette," and I listened to it and went, "Oh my God!" It was an amazing song. It was called "Good Electric Shock OJ." And we played it, the phones, what the F was that? What band is that? And I was playing a ton of other people's song parodies, but didn't get that reaction at all. So then as I was doing my show night after night, people started requesting the damn thing. It became highly requested. And then I said, man, I got to get these guys on because now they got a little fame off their one song. And Anthony came in. And I turned on the mic and I went, oh, holy crap. Where has this guy been? He was already in his 30s. I'm like, why aren't you doing this? We had instant chemistry. And that first show that I did, even though years later, Patrice and the gang made fun of it, but for the time, it was insanely good. And that was the tape that I shopped around to these other radio stations and Boston Bit.
So when do you start getting the film?
They hired us to do a show in Boston based on the first show I ever did with Anthony. We didn't even need to hone anything.
So when did you start getting affiliates?
Well, I just told that story in the live stream. It's very complicated, but Q104 here in New York, they want us to go up against Howard Stern back in around 2000. Mm-hmm. And we're like, we're ready, bitches. And we were pretty much out the door. And then the company came to us and was like, whoa, hey, we have the right to match. And we're sorry that we haven't taken care of you to this point, and blah, 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 which is funny because a couple weeks earlier, they said, we can't syndicate you. And I'm like, all right. So I went to them and said, Q104 is going to put us on mornings up against Howard Stern. And they're going to give us affiliates. We're going to be heard in other cities. Next thing you know, they opened up the doors and gave us everything to stay. So that was around 2000.
So let me ask you this from a radio nerd point of view. Like when Stern went to Sirius XM, they gave it to David Lee Roth. They gave it to Adam Carolla, Rover, and somebody else. I forgot. But like, were you guys a part of that cluster, or did you have your own thing?
So when David Lee Roth failed miserably in mornings, which is a shame.
Miserably.
Because a personality like that should have worked, but radio has a way of like putting you in a box and not allowing the personality to be a personality. If I was running that station and I had David Lee Roth, because he ended up doing our show, he was unbelievable. Every time he came in, he would be just like out of his mind. He had stories for days. He was great. I would have said, just turn on the mic, and you have to stop for commercials. Obviously, radio. I would have just like had an engineer just stop him in mid talk. Don't structure him at all. Play the stupid commercials and then turn the mic on, and he wouldn't even care. He'd still be babbling about something. And that show should have worked. But when he failed miserably, then the company that fired us for Sex for Sam, they came calling, and they wanted us to do mornings and after David Lee Roth. So they I think they chopped up the markets, and I think we were part of that. I think they gave us a few of them, and then they gave some of the other guys a few, I believe.